This is a true life story. When I was growing up, there was a man everyone called Papa Grace. He lived with us in the same compound. He was well known, well respected, the kind of man people trusted with their secrets and their children. But behind that kind smile, I saw something no one else seemed to notice, a darkness that made my skin crawl. As a young girl, he began making advances toward me. At first, it was just words, then touches that lingered too long. Each time, I ran to my father and told him, but he never believed me.
Joy, Papa Grace is like family. Don't speak such things about him.
His disbelief cut deep. I felt alone, unseen, and unprotected. Some time later, before I had a chance to leave home, I made a mistake. I stole some money from my father. When he found out, his anger was fierce, his belt already in his hand. But then, it was Papa Grace who stepped in. He begged on my behalf, pleading for mercy until my father's anger softened. Everyone said he was a good man. But I couldn't see goodness anymore, only the shadow behind his eyes. Life went on in that same compound. The walls were thin, everyone knew everyone's business. I tried to avoid him, but it was impossible. He was always around, fixing something, chatting with my father, watching me. Then one afternoon, it happened. I had just finished bathing. Wrapped in my towel, I walked back to my room, the compound corridor still wet from the buckets of water others had used. Suddenly, my door flew open. Papa Grace stood there, eyes wild, breathing hard. "Joy," he said.
Joy, you have grown. Hell, let me have my way with you.
My whole body froze. "No," I whispered. "Please, I can't. I've never done anything like that." His face hardened. "If you refuse me, I will tell your father you're still a thief," he hissed. Tears filled my eyes. "Then tell him," I said, my voice shaking. "I'd rather face his anger than let you touch me." But he didn't listen. He stepped closer, reaching for me. I screamed, pushed past him, and ran, still wrapped in my towel, straight to the landlord's room. I burst in crying. Papa Grace tried to force himself on me. The landlord told me to go and dress up first, and by the time I came back, Papa Grace had disappeared. That evening, the entire compound gathered. When he was finally brought out and confronted, he denied everything. "Joy is lying," he said calmly. "Why would I touch my own daughter's age mate?" People murmured. Some looked at me with pity, others with suspicion. I stood there, trembling but firm. "He did it," I said. The elders decided that both of us should swear before the gods to prove who was telling the truth. I agreed without hesitation, but when they mentioned the oath, sweat began to pour down his face. Before the ritual could happen, my father was called. When he arrived, he took me aside and asked quietly,
Joy, do you really want to swear?
Yes, Papa, because I'm saying the truth. The gods will fight for me.
My daughter, not all truths are safe to tell. The gods can be deceived, and evil men may twist justice. My daughter, go back. Tell them you lied. Please do this for me.
But everyone will call me a liar.
It's better to live and be called a liar than to die proving you told the truth.
"Return to the gathering," I said in a quiet voice.
I lied against Papa Grace.
Gasps filled the air. Then came laughter, jeers, and shouts. "Liar! Thief! Wicked girl!" They threw insults and stones as I ran away crying. That night, in the silence of my small room, to my knees before God, my heart heavy with pain. Tears streamed down my face as I lifted my hands to heaven and prayed. "O Lord, you see all things, you know the truth that men refuse to hear. If I have spoken falsely, let my days be filled with sorrow. But if I have spoken the truth, let your justice rise against the wicked. Do not let deceit triumph over innocence." My voice broke as I wept. Until the night grew silent. and only my sobs remained. From that day till now, Papa Grace has never found his footing again. And though the world called me a liar, I know, the gods heard me. The kindest smiles, and when someone finds the courage to speak, we must listen, not doubt. Because disbelief can wound deeper than the act itself. Truth doesn't always bring applause, sometimes, it brings loneliness. But time and justice have their own voice. May every survivor find peace. May every heart learn compassion. And may every parent learn to listen to their children before it's too late. Because in the end, silence can hide the truth, but it can never kill it.
Thank you for watching this true life story. I hope it touched your heart and taught you something new. Stay blessed and see you in my next video.